Tennessee Titans Weekly, we can't read a rock, but being the best podcast with Huff and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts and on paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. To give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Hulk.
What's up, folks? What is going on? What is happening? Hey, I want to first say apologize. I know the show's supposed to start at 9:10 Central Standard Time. I'm going to put that on me. My laptop was sitting there doing this, trying to load, doing all this, man. So, hey, we here, man. We are here. Jacques, we here, man. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up now? Before we get started, shout out to Sean, man. He came through with the 50 dog, bro. So we're gonna have to give my man some love before.
Dude, Sean, was it Sean Britton? Yes, sir, dude.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're gonna start that off early, dog. And he might get 3 booms for that one, dog. Sean
Yes,
Britton. Do-do-do-do.
Oh,
Do-do-do-do.
boom,
And do-do-do-do.
boom.
Sean Britton in the building, heavy, early. Hey, Sean, what a way to start off the show, dude. Hey, man, we appreciate that, bro. We really do, dude. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Again. All right, so let me go ahead and give some love to the people that will patiently waiting. So we appreciate y'all,
sir.
man. Shout out to Latoya. What up with you?
Latoya P was popping.
Tubbs in the building. If you ain't followed, man, go follow Latoya's channel, man. She has 2 channels. She has a vlogging channel, and then she has her channel for autism. So, man, if y'all want to go check out that content, definitely go check it out. We got Titan South in the building. What up, brother? What up, brother?
What up,
Sean?
Titan South? What up?
You done got your love, bro. Let's see here. We have Stevie B. OE Gordy TV says fire, man. You supposed to be talking about that intro. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate that, man.
James Rogers, hey, salute to you, bro. Salute. SoCal 7 in the building. He said tapping in from SoCal, man. Over in Southern California, bro. Do your thing, man.
Yes, sir, dude. Yes, sir. Well, we hope everyone is doing well today, man. As you all know, again, the Tennessee Titans. They're 0-3 right now, man. And now we got the Miami Dolphins coming into. We're actually going to Miami. Actually, ironically, I went to the Miami Dolphins Titans game last year in Miami, and we came out with the victory. So this year has got something different, man, with the Miami Dolphins, man. They're 1-2 right now. They've had 2 bad losses over the last 2 weeks. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started, y'all. Thank you again for everybody that's in the comment section as well, too, man. And listen, if you have not followed us on Bleacher Report, follow us on Bleacher Report. You can download the app. You can go to the Titans link there. You can follow me at Lorenzo_the_Hawk. You can follow Jacques at Jacques Merrill. If you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify as well, you can subscribe to us there as well. Again, those on YouTube, what's up? What's happening? Let's get it cracking. All right, so Jacques, we have the Miami Dolphins, bro. Again, we are 0-3. The Miami Dolphins are 1-2. They had just lost against the Seattle Seahawks. We lost against the Green Bay Packers, of course, 30-14. So, looking at this game, man, the fact that they got beat 24-3. The previous game against the Bills, they got blown out, man. The score was so bad, I don't even want to pull it up, man. So, knowing what you know about the Miami Dolphins, the games you've seen and everything, just looking at it, give us 2 reasons as to why the Tennessee Titans could beat the Miami Dolphins.
So I'm gonna go. One reason, man, the Dolphins are not a strong team. Okay, and I know we've said that for the past 4 weeks. And you're tired of saying it sounding like a broken record. The Titans should do this. But right now, the Dolphins are down to their, what I even call him, a 4th string quarterback, Tyler Huntley, the former Baltimore Raven. The word has been passed down that he'll be starting the game, and is Tyler Huntley. Now, he's won some games in the NFL. He has. But how you can manipulate this and win this game is carbon copy of last week. You seen Malik. You know what you have to clean up on defense, right? Tackling better, reading better. And I think, Hawk, you've said this for years. We've struggled with dual threat quarterbacks, right?
Yes,
Those quarterbacks that can run. I know we didn't get to do a show pre Green Bay, but that is one thing that they're going to have to look out for. And I think we have the linebackers too, or at least I feel like Denard Robinson is going to scheme up a game plan to stop that element of Huntley's game, which is running. And you got to allow him to beat you with the pass. Now it comes on McDaniels, who I guess calls the offense to scheme up something to help that. But if we can tackle better on defense, I'm gonna get to offense in a minute. If we can tackle better on defense, and if you can contain Huntley and keep him in the pocket and get pressure on him, something that we haven't done, create turnovers, you can win this game on defense. On the offensive side of the ball, when I look at our offense, we have Tyler Boyd said it today or the other day in his media presser that the Titans have a Super Bowl team on paper, which he is not lying. I mean, they do. Talent-wise, we have the talent. It's just the struggles of putting the talent together. It's like having a band, a boy band, and you trying to figure out how to get them all on the same page from singing to dancing and everything like that. So you need your offense to play, one, mistake-free football, two, execute what is given to you when it comes from Brian Callahan calling the plays. Execution is the most important thing, right? We get in a rhythm, we got to somehow stay in that rhythm and create some type of consistency. Getting in plus territory, making sure we score when we score. I don't care if it's a field goal or a touchdown, preferably a touchdown, but stay in plus territory. So in offense, I will say this too, something that we didn't do a good job of on Sunday was establishing the run. You asked Will to, hey, throw the ball. I would like to see the run established in this game in order for us to offset that pass and get that pass going. So if we do those two things from a defensive perspective and an offensive perspective, we have an opportunity to win this game. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. So I had a really good opportunity to watch over the Buffalo Dolphins game and also the Seahawks Dolphins game. I just looked at it maybe an hour or so ago, man. So there's many ways we can beat the Miami Dolphins. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins is a very poor tackling football team. They do not tackle well. They do not. And I think more than anything, if we're able to establish the run, I think we can have some success against the Miami Dolphins. They do have some big names on defense like Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey, from born and raised Nashville, Tennessee. You know, they have guys, even David Long, the former Titan, that's on the field as well. They got Poyer from Buffalo. So they got names out there. But, man, when I tell you, bro, they are a soft defense. When you look at the rankings on their defense, they're mid-tier, I think like 20th in the league in defense. So, looking at that as well, too, one of the Buffalo game, Buffalo turned the knob down towards the end of the game. Seahawks did the exact same thing as well. They controlled the game, and I'm speaking on the Seahawks. They had a problem tackling Charbonnet from Seattle. It was unbelievable. And same with James Cook with Buffalo. This team cannot tackle. They're not a hitting football team at all. They're built on speed. They're built on pass rush. They cannot stop the run. So I expect Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears to have a great running game this game. Because you look at the Titans against on our total offense, you look at where we're at from a rushing standpoint, we're 20th in the league in rush offense, right? 20th. So I'm like, man, listen, we got to do better than that. We have to do better than that, man. We got to trust the run. I think sometimes we get away from it. One, because we're making a lot of turnovers and we're getting behind in these football games. And so we have to start throwing the ball and things like that. And as you know, again, we're having some struggles on the offensive line, especially on the right side and at right tackle. And Will Levis, some of his decision-making he's been having. So we need to trust the run. Run the football. I know we don't have Derrick Henry. Run the ball. Trust Tony Pollard. Trust Tajay Spears. Trust J.C. Latham. Trust these guys. When you look at J.C. Latham as well, hey, man, J.C. Latham is unbelievable, man. J.C. Latham is one of the best offensive linemen in the league as far as rookies. And even in the run blocking game, J.C. Latham has done an incredible job. So shout out to J.C. Latham. Here's a Twitter clip here that shows him as number 2 in the league in pressure rates. And in run rates, he's number 2 as well, too. Run the ball. On the flip side of things, when I look at Miami's offense, we don't know what we're going to get out of Tyler Huntley. To your point earlier, Huntley's a running quarterback. They were going to start Tim Boyle. I got a chance to watch Boyle play. Miami likes to get the ball out quickly, especially to Tyreek Hill and also to Jalen Waddle. They did that against Seattle. But it's going to be a different game with Tyler Huntley. I don't know how he's going to do. This guy's been sitting out at home, just chilling. So now he's on the field. So if he starts running around, that could cause us to have problems. But because he ain't playing the football game, that shouldn't be a problem. Defensively, we should be able to shut the Miami Dolphins out. Devin Achane is a heck of a running back. He's got a lot of speed. Don't get me wrong now, the running back. But I think we should be able to contain the Miami Dolphins offense. Miami's not a good football team, y'all. They're not. Now you don't have Tua now. We should be able to handle the Miami Dolphins. But you never know with the Titans. The Titans could lose the Dolphins and beat the Bills, man. That's how they operate. So those are the reasons why I think the Titans could defeat the Dolphins, man. What do y'all think in the comments? We got some other folks in the comment section, by the way. What's up, y'all?
Let me see what we got. Sure, I appreciate that, bro. The official, he's laughing. Jake Young in the building. What up, brother?
What up?
We got iPad Mon. What up? He says tighten up. TK, bro. I ain't forgot about you, bro.
What up, TK? What's good with your brother? TK in the building. What's up, bro?
Got about you. I was under the weather Sunday, so bro, I ain't forgot about you. Ravens 76B Moy says salute my brothers tuning in. Yes, sir. We got Stevie B says Spears breakout game. We got Ian in the building. He said, what's happening? I'm playing the girl. Yes,
what's
man.
up, Brad? What up?
Truck Juice, man. We got Rashid in the building.
What up?
All right. So how
right.
with the flip side of that, give us two reasons how the Titans can continue their losing streak going into Monday night.
Let me tell you something, dude. Let me show you a picture of this guy right here. See this guy right here? See him? That's Nicholas Petit-Ferrer, right? You look at him. You look at Jalen Duncan. We do not know who's going to be our starting right tackle. We don't. And I think that could be a problem. When you look at the Miami Dolphins overall on defense, as I mentioned earlier, they are a speed defense. They still have, they have Calais Campbell out there. Jalen Phillips is back for the Miami Dolphins. They have a lot of speed on defense, okay? They're not a big defense. They're a speed defense. And they like to get to the quarterback. Geno Smith got sacked several times. They got some pressure on Josh Allen, but Josh Allen got the ball out. But they were giving Geno Smith problems early in the game. So how are we going to block? How well are we going to block even for Will Levis? And then if there is pressure, is Will Levis going to be smart enough to step up into the line, step up, and throw the football quickly? If you throw the ball fast against the Dolphins, you can beat them. Seattle, Buffalo, downset hill, pew, pew, pew. A lot of curl routes, a lot of inside routes. They were wide open. Miami's DBs, for some reason, even Jalen Ramsey, he's getting cooked out there. Them DBs are getting cooked. They're playing off these receivers for some reason. So the inside is open. It's a matter of us exposing this. But I'm going to tell you something, man. If we have any type of 5-step drops and they're running a lot of crosses within their defensive linemen, I'm nervous because our right tackle position right now is struggling, man. It's struggling. And Miami, they get at it, man. They'll go after it. Then the Miami Dolphins aren't afraid to blitz. A lot of times David Long goes in there as well too. They do a lot of safety blitzes with Poyer. So they're going to blitz us. They know how to beat the Titans, man. It's to attack and go get at them early. So I think that's one reason how they could beat us. On the flip side of it, mistakes. Is Will Levis going to make a catastrophic mistake this game, right? You can almost guarantee he will have one turnover, at least one, minimum. But what does that turnover look like? Is it a pick six? Is it a fumble? So we are 7-0 in the turnover ratio. You cannot win a ball game with that big of a ratio. We cannot turn the ball over, or Miami's going to capitalize because they are a team of speed. Can we keep the ball in our hands without turning the ball over? If we turn the ball over one time more than them, they could have two, we have three. We're going to lose this football game because all Miami needs is opportunities. And right now, they're hungry to win. They're going home. They played in Seattle, so they're back home now. They're going to do everything they can to try to win this ball game. So can we keep the freaking ball in our hands? Right now, Jacques, there are 32 football teams in the league. We're number 32, dude. That's us, right? That's where we're ranked. And you know why? Because we lead the league in turnovers. Will Levis leads the league in turnovers. Don't turn the damn ball over. Plain and simple. What about you, Jacques?
So I'm gonna go offensive defense. Well, let me go to the defense side. Defensive side first. The problem is you got Tyler Huntley playing the game. It's a double-edged sword because you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know, right? You really don't have no tape on him. I mean, you got the little tape that you had from last year or the year before, but you really don't have that much tape on him. And he can be a sneaky player that McDaniel can manipulate to say, okay, hey, we're going to do certain things with you to get you in motion. Our defense has had no turnovers. I can't recall a turnover, like an interception. Did we get a fumble?
Nope.
I don't even think we've had a fumble.
Nope.
Like, we haven't created no turnovers. And that's huge. You can be a top 10 defense all you want to, but if you're not contributing to any turnovers, that's not a good thing, right? And so that's the problem. When you're playing quarterbacks like you've been playing for the last 4 weeks, and you can't create a turnover, there's something wrong. Now, I can be totally wrong. We might have had a fumble or two, but I know we haven't had an interception at all, right?
No
Another
turnovers.
thing on defense,
None.
exactly, is our run game. I told you at the beginning of the season what concerned me was our run game, not specifically in the inside, but on the outside. And that zone run style that they can manipulate, that gets us every time. So again, we're another defense that will hit you, but we're not real beefy in our linebackers. We don't have a lot of speed there to stop those particular runs. So let Miami kind of get in a groove to where the unknown of the play calling from McDonald, here's the unknown of that, and having Tyler Huntley, that's a recipe for disaster. The same carbon copy that happened Sunday against Green Bay, we thought we quote unquote knew what we were going against, but shout out to Matt LaFleur, who was able to scheme up something. So can what's his name, McDonald, can he dial up something to where he can carbon copy that? If I'm him, I'm looking at the film and I'm like, hey, call him Matt. What's you see, right? I'm trying to carbon copy what you just did, and I guarantee you that's why they have Tyler starting. They must see something that we don't see. I don't know. But again, that's one reason. On the offensive side of the ball, again, like you said, if we continue to carbon copy, not blocking on the offensive line, right? Another thing is creating turnovers. Just copy and paste what you did Sunday. It's the same thing. You'll continue to lose, right? Somebody said it the best, getting behind, right? Getting behind and you panicking. That's something that the Titans can't do. Oh, another thing too is if we can't score enough points. So right now the Titans have not scored over 20 points. Go back and look at these last games. They have not scored over 20 points this year. If we can't break the 17-point threshold, we're not winning this game either. Okay?
Nope.
That's not winning football, y'all. I don't care if we do get on track. You can't win like that. Oh, sidebar, Hawk. Callahan has confirmed that Nicholas Petit-Frere and I believe Jalen Duncan will rotate the right tackle position. I don't think that's a good idea because you create confusion and you create non-continuity, and it just creates a disaster. To me, it's just a disaster thought process. But anyway, those are the ways that we can lose this game, Hawk.
Agreed, sir. Agreed, bro. Agreed, dude. Agreed. Yep. So Jacques, who else we got in the chat, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way, at the live chop up.
So Raven 76B more. I'm gonna save this question for the chop up, bro. But the league, we're the laughing stock of the league right now because we'll get into that later. Bryce says can't pull out them turnovers exactly. Breaker 225 Tank from Kenwood. Let's see, we got Alex Mann's in the business. Calais Campbell will have a career day. He's had career days before when he was with the Jags, and we've seen the ironic part about it, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this personnel before. We've seen David Long, we've seen Calais Campbell, we've seen Jalen Ramsey. Aaron Brewer is their center, I believe. He is their center. We've seen personnel before. We've seen this team before. So it's like a nightmare. You're reliving a nightmare. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, bro. So Jacques, looking at this game, man, of the players that's on the Titans, who should have a big game, man, against the Miami Dolphins, bro?
I'm gonna go off the limb to say D-Hop. I feel like D-Hop was coming on. He's starting to come on. That's Will Levis' safety blanket. He can at least get you in a rhythm to where you can score multiple touchdowns, or at least try to score multiple touchdowns. He did score a touchdown Sunday. So I believe if you can if you can take that and kind of use him as a sneaky weapon, probably every other play that you have pass wise, do that. So I think D Hop will have a big game Sunday. What about you, Hop?
Facts, no paper, man. So I'm going in the same breath on offense, and I'm going Tony Pollard here, bro. There is opportunities for him to run the football. It's there. And it's more on the inside, not on the outside, because the Miami Dolphins got speed on the outside. But I'm telling you, Charbonnet was cutting them up, man. And James Cook doing the exact same thing. Tony Pollard's kind of a tweener between those two, where Cook is faster, more of a smaller back. Charbonnet's a bigger back. He's probably more like Charbonnet, if that makes sense. But I think, man, I'm looking at a run game. We've gone away from our run game. And I think our offensive linemen right now, as of today, are more suited for the run game. And so I think right now we need to utilize that to our advantage. I don't see the Miami Dolphins scoring a lot of points. So I think that'll be a good opportunity for us as well to slow it down. Yes, we need to score some points for sure. But I don't think it's a situation where we got to score 35 to beat the Dolphins. So run the damn football. Tony Pollard, do your thing. I'm not saying 100 yards, but can we at least get 80, bro? Can we get 80 and a touchdown, bro? Can we get at least 3.5 to 4 yards a carry? You know what I'm saying? So it could be Tajay Spears, but I'm gonna say, because he's starting right now, I'm gonna say Tony Pollard should have a big game versus the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
So Hawk, I'm gonna add to that. Player from the Dolphins that you think will have a big game.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. They still got number 10 on the field, bro. They still got Tyreek Hill out there. And so I'm not sitting there saying that Snead, because, you got Brownlee out there, the rookie, is going to get his first start. He's back at home in Miami. He's from Miami. He says he was never a big Miami Dolphins fan. He was a 49ers fan. But I think they're going to move Tyreek Hill around because you have Huntley, the quarterback. They got to find a way to get him the football. They did not do a good job of getting him the ball at all last game against the Seahawks. Now, he had some drops out there. Tyreek Hill had some drops, uncharacteristically, right? But, a lot of times, man, Tyreek Hill be hiding in the backfield somewhere, man. He'd be like laying down on the ground, and all of a sudden he'll get up and they'll throw him a screen or whatever. We got to watch out for Tyreek Hill because he is going to be Huntley's safety blanket here. Whether he play or whether Boyle plays, the other quarterback, he wears 14 for the Dolphins. They got to get it to their best player, and that's what's going to happen. Expect Tyreek Hill to have a pretty big game against the Titans, man. We've done pretty well with the receivers for the most part this season. We got to be careful for a breakout for Tyreek Hill for me. That's who I think who can have a big game. What about you, Jacques?
Jonnu Smith. No, I'm just playing. Jonnu Smith plays for them too, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's another Titan. Yeah. I'm gonna go on the run perspective. I'm gonna say David Achane.
Okay.
I just feel, again, the Green Bay Packers ran very well last week from the personnel that they had. And I think if you want to attack a Titans defense, you have to put in multiple packages and you have to win in a team way. And I think David Achane is going to have a nice game. He can have a breakout game, especially with those zone runs. So I'm definitely going with him.
Cool. Okay. So, Jacques, we rarely ask this question, but I have to ask this question, Jacques. You know why? Because we're freaking 0-3, okay? We're tied with the Bengals and the Jags as having the worst record in the league. So when you look at this right here, they're all looking at each other like, man, you 0-3? Are you 0-3? Yeah, we are too. Hey, we're in the same division, ain't we? Everybody act like the Jags gonna be that squad this year. And in Cincinnati, we going back to the Super Bowl. We got Jamar Chase, and then the Titans is right over here. Jacques, will we win this game, bro? Are we gonna beat the Miami Dolphins? Are we gonna get our first victory of the season? We are favored, by the way, by 1 point, by the way.
Man, to be honest with you, bro, I don't know. This would be the first time that I will say this. Yes, on paper, we should. On scheme-wise, we should. Execution-wise, we should. This is a familiar territory for Will. We should. But, again, I just don't know. I don't have confidence to say yes or no, not to be honest with you. And I know you putting the W on there. I get it. But, again, until the Titans, right now, the trust factor with the Titans with me is in the trash compactor, in my opinion, right?
Yes, sir.
I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Right now, I would say maybe by a point we maybe win, but that's just me going off a wing and a prayer. So I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll win by a point. But other than that, my confidence, and I think everybody's consensus and confidence, the trust of this team, until you show me, then yeah, I can really say yeah. And that's not, and I'm gonna be honest with you, not even just this game, but I need a stream of games for you to show me improvement. Then I can probably put you back on the bench and be like, I trust you a little bit. What about you, Hawk?
I feel you, Jacques. So I ain't Tupac, but I'm gonna throw up the West Side for the win, bro. I do think we can beat the Miami Dolphins, man. I do think this is an opportunity for us to get off the schneid. We got to win one game at least, man. We're not that damn bad of a football team, man. So I'm gonna put it on his guy right here, man. It's on you, bro. You got to create turnovers. You got to get to defense in position, knowing that you got a quarterback that's going to be scrambling. We got to create turnovers. We have a 4th-string quarterback. It's inexcusable for us to lose this game. If we lose this game, we literally might be the worst football team literally when the season is done. You have to beat the Miami Dolphins. And I do think it's there. There's been some progress with some things. That I've seen some progress in some spots. I've seen J.C. Latham really step up, do his thing. There's been some slight improvement with Will Levis each game. I've seen our defense for Sweat. I've seen him improve. I've seen our DBs improve. So there's certain factors. Our special teams finally didn't get a punt block, right? So we can't turn the ball over. If we can hold on to the football and at least get one turnover, we can win this game. Though that's a hard ask, to be honest with you. But I think
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think we can win this game, man.
I'll say this. Salute to the defense, though, because the defense has kept us in the season, at least besides the Green Bay game. So I hate that we have to go hard on them and don't put any real. I mean, we hold the offense accountable, but it's almost like by default, we say, well, they're not that good anyway. So the offense, yeah, you just do your thing and try not to make mistakes. And I hate that because those defensive players, man, they play with some tenacity. They play with swag. They play with that umph. They try their best. It's just the offense, man. Preferably the offensive line and the quarterback are not gelling like they should. It's just not. It's not. And I think that's the problem of the trust. Shout out to you, Hawk, man. Again, we can win this. In theory, we're supposed to win this game. We're supposed to win this game. The way this is set up, yes. But, dog, we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So,
okay.
All right. To the top of my brother.
Okay, yeah, we sure can, man. We sure can. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. We are about to get into our favorite part of the show, as you all know, man. We are at the live chop up. So this is the opportunity for you all, man, to sit at the dinner table, man. Hey, cut up some ingredients, get things set up on the table, man. Ask those questions. Again, if you have not followed us, man, follow us right now on YouTube. Hit that like button if you hadn't hit the like button. Shame on you if you're not hit the like button, man. So let's chop it up.
So Raven 76B more. Again, I tend to do this on this channel. If you had a question earlier, I kind of try to come back to it if I can find it. So you're going to be our first one. We're going to kick off. He says, Hawk, I got to ask a question. No disrespect intended, but why did the Titans let Malik Willis go? Dude's playing good with the Packers. Hawk, do you want to kick us off with that?
Yeah, I think it's just a game of attrition, y'all. Like, it's you have 3 quarterbacks. Now you got to go down to 2. So even if they kept Malik Willis, he was going to be picked up anyway by somebody. And I figured he was going to be picked up. They looked at Malik Willis versus, say, Will Levis and Mason Rudolph, and they felt that Malik Willis was the worst of the 3. And I think that's why they let him go. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? You think we should have kept him and started him over Will Levis?
I'm going to be honest with you. Now that I go back on hindsight 2020 and look at it, you should have kept him as a backup to Will Levis. Will Levis was going to start regardless, but at least he knows the playbook. And in case Will Levis went down, you trust the process. This is the problem with this organization. 76B more, I'm going to give your organization credit. Your organization has been an organization, and y'all are just as new as us because they came in, 95, I think? Was it 95, Hawk? When they were 95, like yes. we were 99. Or right. We were technically 97, but the Titans exception was 99. So Something that your office has done. They said, no, we are a feeder program. We have attrition. We have this. Linebackers. Y'all had Trent Dilfer. Y'all had certain things. This is why y'all continue to be in the playoffs. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the same way. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers is an older organization. Green Bay, an older organization. But they have what you call patience. They have invested into the quote-unquote quarterback position. They have great coaches, great leadership. Now, the Titans, I'll say this 76B more. Our leadership is gaining. We're getting there, but I still think we have a lot of work to do. And that's the problem. Yes, we should have over Mason Rudolph because now, Hawk, as we do all the time as Titans fans, as Titans organization, we have pie in our face. We always let that one player that we let go come in and act a fool on us. And we do not prepare for it. And this has been going on for decades on top of decades on top of decades. So me sitting on it, yes. To keep him as a backup as the Titans, yes. Because that way, just in case Will Levis goes down or gets hurt, he knows the playbook. You can scheme up something. And he was doing well before you traded him. Before you traded him, he was one of the best quarterbacks in that quarterback room. He was the reason you won your last preseason game. He was putting up decent stats. So I understand when it comes to the patient piece of it, but also it comes to the point where, hey, Malik went to a great organization and hopefully continues to develop him as a quarterback. But that's my opinion. Again, that's just me. So go ahead.
I'm gonna finish my thought on this.
Yeah,
so I respect that. Of course, I was rooting for Malik Willis for sure. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, can he be our franchise quarterback? I don't know. Based on the games that he played last year and the year before, I'd probably say no. Looking at what he's done with Green Bay over the last 2 games, I don't anticipate anyone thinking he was going to throw for 200 plus yards and the 2 touchdowns that he had against the Titans, the way that he played. How he played was unbelievable. It was amazing. Again, that attributes to him and his talent. We knew he had the talent to do that. Then you bring in Mason Rudolph, a guy that has won 8 football games last year, and they went to the playoffs. So I think that's the decision that they made, is to say, we got a second-string quarterback that has experience. Not to say he's so much better than Malik Willis. Malik Willis has a higher ceiling than Mason Rudolph, for sure. But I don't think anyone in the world thought over these, not the first game he played within the system and he won. At the end of the day, Malik Willis is 2-0, right? 2-0. If you only had 3 quarterbacks, knowing what you know, we can't go forward and be like, okay, cool, this is what happened, knowing it was going. Because if we knew Malik Willis was going to do what he did, we would have been on here screaming up and down, Malik Willis should be our starting quarterback or second string without question. We would have said that if we knew how he would play against us. Malik Willis played amazing against us. He's never played like that in the NFL. Malik Willis said himself, the first 2 seasons he played here, he wasn't ready. So you can only go off what you see. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say Malik Willis probably played the best quarterback play in the preseason of the 3 when he had those opportunities. So I'll give him that. But I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, he did this or what. Because if I felt like he was going to play like he did against us, there's no way in hell I would say we should have traded him. I'd be like, we keep him. He's second string quarterback. Could damn near be the starting quarterback after that.
I just think it's your trust. Do your organization trust you, and are they willing to invest in you? I'm gonna say this, and I hate to say this, but I'm glad he left the Titans, unfortunately, because we don't have right now. They don't have his back enough to say, hey, we trust you to do this. But Matt LaFleur, he's in a great situation. You're going to continue to learn how to develop. And I got to give credit to Callahan and them because they started that. I feel like Callahan and them were developing him very well because his style of quarterback play is it's the new thing, man. And I know people don't want to accept. You look at Arch Manning, he's doing the same thing. You look at Nico from UT, he's doing the same thing. This is the new style of play when it comes to quarterback play. That style that we have now, the Mason Rudolph, that style is starting to phase out, dog. And I know a lot of people, we from the old school. Oh, we need it. No. You're from the old school. So again, it's a tricky slope, 76B more, but that's why I actually was advocating him for him to go to y'all because I felt like his style of play would have fit right in with Baltimore. I just feel like right now the Titans are not invested in the quarterback position in a way they should. And shout out to my boy Gio because he asked that on our last show. Why doesn't the organization invest in the quarterback position? And you'll probably say, Hawk, well, we've done it with Mariota. We've done it with Will Levis. That's not investing. I mean, putting your all in there and saying, okay, hey, like you said before, if we're going to go up, we better top 5 trade the house for him. Hey, if that's what we need to do, we need to do it.
Right. But Jacques, you speaking as if like Malik, you're very passionate when it comes to Malik Willis. Like
there's a reason.
I know, and I'm saying you
there's
speaking
a
like
reason.
he should be our starting quarterback. Like when you speaking on investing in things, we took him as a third round pick.
So my point is not the starting quarterback, but at least be patient with him enough to say, hey, because the Titans need to become an organization where we are patient. Hell, if Will Levis doesn't work out, keep him at least for a backup. But what the Titans are going to do, they're going to ship him out. You never know when you need them. That's my point. You never know when you need them, Hawk. And this is why we're always in a dumpster fire. This is why we're always in the bottom of the barrel of the NFL, because we continue to do stuff like this. Just saying. I would have loved to keep Derrick Henry. Jerome Bettis retired as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Why can't Derrick Henry retire as a Titan? Just saying. So yeah, good debate. Good debate. Alex Mann says, do you guys think we have an ownership issue? Hawk, do you think we have an ownership issue?
I think, man, I'm gonna say this. Right now, yes, because we're not winning football games. The way to cure the ills of everything, you got to win football games. We haven't done that in the last 4 years, and right now we're the worst football team in the league. So I think more than anything right now, Amy has had situations where she has pulled the trigger quickly, emotionally, so to speak, and I get it in some cases. She hasn't done it yet, at least. She hired Rand Carthon. So if we're asking this question, we're asking about the people that she's hiring. So not so much the players, but the people that get the players, as in Rand, as in Callahan, and those guys. Given that they're new, it's still hard to know. But, man, we need to win some football games. Because if we don't, and if we have drafted players that are not panning out, then the answer is yes. Yes, we do. I'm on the fence of saying yes right now because we're not winning. You got to win. If you losing a lot of football games, we're 0-3. There's only 3 teams in the league that's 0-3. And we're 32 in the league as far as what they at least rank us right now. We suck. So we need to do better. So, Jacques, how do you feel about it?
Yep, we do. For right now, we do. Like you said, it feels like a carbon copy paste of last year. That's my thing. Like, we were supposed to feel different, but it still feels like how it feels last year. Like, the defense is still the same. The offense is still the same. We haven't scored over 30 points in 1,000 days. This is supposed to be the year that we're trending, but we ain't went nowhere. We actually have digressed, actually. Like, it's actually sad to see. And I think that's the issue there. Somebody said, Bryce, I know you posted a comment that I wanted to actually get to. And I believe his comment was, why do you think Titans fans... Bryce, put that comment back in there. He had a comment, Hawk, that I wanted to bring up where he said, why do you think Titans fans are out on Will Levis after 3 games? Bryce, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a question. Why do you think the Titans fans are out on Will Levis after 3 games, Hawk? And I think this is it. Hold on, I found it. Why do you think so many Titans fans are out on Will Levis after only 3 games? Seem like those are the same that kept giving Tannehill chance after chance.
That's an easy answer. Will Levis leads the league in turnovers. Will Levis hasn't won any football games. So Tannehill had chance after chance because Tannehill took us to the AFC Championship. Tannehill won a lot of football games. So I can't compare Tannehill to Will Levis right now. It's not enough games yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think, the turnovers that Will Levis has had has been monumentally terrible. The NFL has noticed this, right? This every week they're cracking jokes on Will Levis. That's rare to have. I mean, look at these. It's funny almost. Look at these pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal, bro. Those are terrible turnovers. Those are terrible. So if you are to say even a casual fan that might not understand like numbers or things or how things play out, you're going to see that and be like, man, that boy Will Levis is garbage just on that alone. So I think that's why they're out on him after 3 games. It's not like, Will Levis, everybody's thinking he's about to be this or whatever like that, man. Hey, you lose. It doesn't, no one wants a loser. You want a winner. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think.
Yep. Yeah, again, it's the same. It's the same. I think that's why, again, once you keep turnovers and you losing the trust, I think they're not all the way out of them. I think it's the trust factor. they do not trust him, right? Because I think that's what it is. Everybody sees the potential, but again, the decision making is the problem. The decision making, I'm always going to go back to, you're not Brett Favre. I know people keep comparing this whole situation. It's like how Brett Favre was. No, Brett Favre has a championship. Brett Favre put in work. Brett Favre took time to perfect his craft. I can take Brett Favre and his turnovers any day. I don't mind that. Will Levis still has a lot of work to do. We got a $50 super chat from our guy Sean. He coming through,
Sean,
bro.
okay.
Let's see. Before we get there, well, go ahead. Let's hit him with the boom first, and then we'll all right.
So he gets 3 more, man. Hey, Sean Britton. Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Do-do-do-do.
Boom.
And do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Sean Britton in the building. Heavy. Hey, Sean, bro, we appreciate it, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, he says, so Titans keep getting in wrong when it comes to players. AJ, Derrick Henry, 150-yard game, and now Malik. If Ryan got picked up, he would be taking the team to the playoffs. Teams keep getting beat fruit off our labor by giving our players away too early. What's your thoughts, Hawk?
Go for it, Jacques.
Yeah, I mean, he's 100% correct. Again, the AJ Brown trade wasn't our fault, but that was a John Robinson thing. And it's literally like, if AJ Brown was still here today, that's a generational talent, right?
Right.
You've seen what he's been able to do with the Eagles. It's been ridiculous. Same thing with Derrick Henry. Again, I know we haven't talked about the Derrick Henry conversation, but he had a 150-yard game Sunday, right? We could use him right now with a young Will Levis, right? When a Will Levis, we can say, hey, to relieve you, at least we still have a star back here that we have an identity. The team doesn't have an identity. What's our identity? We don't know what our identity is. At least with Derrick, we knew. At least we knew. Everybody knew. Okay, well, at least they're gonna run the ball, right? We don't even know what we are. So I agree 100% with this comment, man. We give away our treasures too early, and they seem to thrive. What they say? What's the saying? Another man's trash. Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
What about you? How you feel about this, Hawk? Do you think we give them away too early, or do you think it's just a business?
I think it's a business, Jacques, because fans that I talk to from other teams, they all say that about their teams, man. Even on Twitter, like a player from another team goes somewhere else and balls out, they be like, man, we should have had him. He should have been here or whatever like that. So I don't know where the Titans rank in that regard, if they're number 10 or something as far as players, based on other teams. But, man, it's a lot of players on other teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw even a comment about Buffalo about when the season started about Poyer, right? Like, Poyer's gone, we're going to suck or whatever because they have Hamlin now. Hamlin now, he's doing all right. So I think it's just the league itself. Now, if I'm speaking directly about the Titans, as far as players being gone and things like that, yes, it does happen. We do, let players go or whatever. I think more than all the players, I'm talking about even Derrick Henry. We talk so much about everybody wanted Derrick Henry to be gone or whatever. We need a new offense or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it happened. He's not here anymore. So, there's so many people that were saying that. Now he's not here. I think for me, the biggest player that I've seen leave too early was A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was so important to us, man. I think sometimes we forget that, man. When Ryan Tannehill,
I don't think nobody forget that. I'll be honest with you. No. I think Titans fans, if you forgot that, you a fool as a Titans fan. Go ahead, Hawk. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me say it. I had to cut you off on that because I think that was the most devastating thing in Titans fans' history. So keep going, bro.
Yep. I think of all the players that we let go early too soon was him, more than anybody that I can think of, because A.J. Brown is the reason why Ryan Tannehill balled out. Since A.J. Brown was gone, Ryan Tannehill went down, man, because he knew 11 was out there for sure. It's A.J. Brown. I see Jack Conklin, and Conklin he's been doing his thing with the Browns. That was huge. So he might be number 2 because now Conklin has had some injuries. He's had injuries. But outside of that, I mean, you got a few other players that maybe in the chat, you guys give me some players that have left Tennessee recently. I'm gonna say recently. I know we have the Steve McNairs. Albert Hainsworth didn't pan out. Other players, Javon Curse, he didn't really pan. Name some players recently that y'all feel that we let go too early and went to another team and balled out or balling out.
Breaker, I'm gonna give you a star on this because if we still had Jack Conklin, he's injured, yes, but you still got a quality right tackle. That was stupid for not even signing him back. This is the crap I'm talking about. This is the crap I'm
Right.
talking about. The mindset.
Yep.
We don't, our culture. What culture does, what culture? I've always talked about culture. What culture does the Titans have? What culture do we have? This is not culture, Hawk. This is not culture where you constantly are letting go. Yeah, it's a business. It's a business. Yeah, it's a business. But where does the culture come in? Hopefully, the new stadium will bring in the culture. Hopefully, Rand Carthon can change the culture. But boy, you gonna make me throw my laptop because you're right. I forgot about Jack Conklin. He was an
Yeah.
important piece on our offensive line where we
Yeah.
had to go out. Who took his place? Do you remember?
Man, it was Dennis Kelly. Yep.
Well, he
And
was still
Conklin
serviceable.
wasn't trade. Conklin was not traded.
He
You know, what I'm
this
saying?
is my
He
point.
signed a contract.
He signed a contract and he didn't even pick up his 5th-year option and they let him go. He was a
Yeah,
first round pick, wasn't he?
he was. He was a first round pick, and he was an All Pro as a rookie. Yeah, but okay. But I'm saying, I don't think. Okay, those are two examples that happens in the league. What I'm saying is, if it's happened so much, I want folks to put that in the chat, like a player that we let go too early, that's gone somewhere and balled out. Like, damn. Like,
So
I'm agreeing with AJ Brown and Conklin for sure. Throw some other names out there if y'all got any. That's what I'm trying to
let me
think of.
let me I'm gonna ask you a question and we'll get to this question. So Hawk, let me ask you, with that mindset that you have with the business piece of it, how do you create a feeder program? How do you create that culture of a Green Bay, of a Pittsburgh, of trying to think of some more teams, San Francisco? I got to give San Francisco that credit. They continue to do their thing. How do you create that without having this continued mindset that we have here, where we continue to let minimal talent go? We get draft picks. It's like letting JC Latham go after his 5th-year option is up. It's like, okay, JC, go test free agency. Go do your thing, bro. Jeffrey Simmons, go do your thing, man. And we say, oh, we're gonna wing in a prayer and hope we get this. How do we change that culture? Or how do you build a culture? Like, what is a culture? If that makes sense.
I'm not saying the business is the mindset or my mindset. I'm not saying that
No,
at
no,
all.
not your mindset, but I'm saying, but you're right.
I'm talking about the Titans. No, I'm talking
yeah.
about the Titans. I'm talking about the Titans too. I don't think it's their what I'm saying is I think that's throughout the league. I don't think it's not. There's players that get let go all the time throughout the league. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay,
Yes.
you know, so that. But I'm saying that's why I'm trying to figure out if it's happened so much for us where a player left. Well, I'm saying it happens based on okay, like when I think of Jack Conklin, right? AJ Brown's different because AJ Brown got traded. Conklin signed a bigger contract. Now, I can't think right now where we were contractually with other players as to why we couldn't sign him to a big contract or whatever. So, but I'm saying like that does happen. That does happen. So I don't know. You can't keep everybody. You're gonna lose players along the way.
But that's where you go back where you say the draft is important. And that's what we haven't hit on, right? If we were going to go out and get
that's the biggest issues, our draft.
You say it all the time. That's how you build a culture. You build it through the draft. It's the feeder program. Okay, we got rid of Conklin. Let's go get a quality right tackle that we can say, hey, let's do our homework on and just not pick nobody just to be willy-nilly picking it. Anyway, let me get Titan South comment. He says, do y'all think...
Oh, go ahead. I was going to... Okay, hey, do me a favor. Hold this comment because I want to pull up these names. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Are you putting up pictures? No, go ahead. Pull up. You go ahead. Go ahead. Okay,
I'm gonna pull up names and I'm gonna tell me what you think. If you feel like this player left us, and because he left us, it made a major hole for us, and they're killing it with their former team. We agreed about AJ Brown. Unbelievable with AJ Brown and Jack Conklin. No question about that. Those two hurt. All right. David Long with the Miami Dolphins. Is that a big hole for us?
Not really, but really. Yes and no. Because he was pretty solid when he was here, but you don't miss him. So no.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so either. Like,
no.
He was a good player, but it's not
good.
like, damn, man.
He's serviceable.
It's not like that. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull the names that I see on here. Then I'm scrolling. Okay, Khalif Raymond.
No, not really. But he's serviceable. He's done his thing. He scored touchdowns. He's must score more touchdowns than Traylon Burks. So yeah, no, not really. That's but he's been serviceable.
He's serviceable. But I think if he was on this team now, I don't know if he'd be on the field playing.
No, now are you serious? So now, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Josh Reynolds.
Not really, but again, he's another one that's went to Detroit and he's fit right in. He just didn't fit right in our scheme.
Outside of Titan land, like everybody knows about AJ Brown and even Jack Conklin, no one knows these dudes, bro. You know, Deontay Foreman hasn't done as well as he did when he was compared to being with the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Now, these are names. Now, okay, we got Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard hasn't done as well as he's done with the Titans. He was with the Eagles. He was trash last year.
So let me add, we got a $5 super chat. Hold on.
Okay. Who we got?
Courtney Jackson, he said, Courtney Jackson, Corey Davis, I think we should have
Rashad Higgins.
Nah.
Okay. I'm thinking are you talking about Rashad Matthews or Rashad Higgins? Am I missing somebody there?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Sean Britton once again. Hey, all right, here we are. Sean Britton.
Ooh, 105, bro. Appreciate
it. In the building once again. Hey, we appreciate it, Sean. But so Corey Davis left us. Do y'all think that was a big hole?
He didn't really do nothing when he was here. He was cool. But, I mean, he was okay. I like one comment that I'm about to get to in a minute. Tierra Tart, no. Rashard Matthews was a good example. Rashard Matthews was pretty solid, man. I like Rashard. He was reliable.
Yeah, but when he left, where did he go when he left here?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
What it sounds like is this is just a bunch of dudes that Mike Vrabel was able to get and rally up and get them to pretty decent. Yes, is what I'm hearing. So
yes, correct.
With that being said, then that means we miss Mike Vrabel. Because it sounds like Mike Vrabel took these 7th, 6th, 5th round picks, and he was able to elevate them to play very well. Shout out to Mike Vrabel on that.
Yeah.
But okay, so with that being said, okay, Hawk, so you made your point. I like that because you're right. All these players that we have that are gone, they're gone. So, I'm a solutions guy. Going forward, I feel like we're on a good trajectory. I feel like we're on a good path with what Rand Carthon has been able to do, bringing in the pieces, trying to create that culture, trying to create everything to where we're like, okay, hey, we're getting on the right track, in my opinion. I feel like it. I think he's getting ready for the stadium. I like the contracts that he's done. I like certain things that he's done, but it still feels the same. What can we change to get the butts in the seats and get the culture going, if that makes sense, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to get to where the Packers are, the Steelers, we want a Super Bowl. I don't know about you, Hawk. I'm going to be honest with you. I get tired of talking about just playoffs. I want a Super Bowl, bro. That's hard as hell to get, right? I get it. But to me, I'm a winner, and I win in life, okay? And we got to get to the point where we start having that thought process, not just as a fan base, because as a fan base, we want to win a Super Bowl. That's our thing. But as a front office, as Amy, we know she wants to win a Super Bowl. I feel like we have the nice leadership. I feel like we have the right leadership in place to get us where we need to go. How do you feel about our leadership? Do you think we are going in the right direction, or do you think we still have a lot of work to do when it comes to the leadership in the front office?
I still think we got a lot of work to do. We're still trying to figure stuff out. This season, I didn't expect us to do that good anyway this season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think we was going to do this bad, but I'm not sitting here saying we winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm not sitting there even saying we're going to the playoffs this year. So it's like, can I be mad? Because this wasn't my expectation. My expectation was for us to be better than we were last year based on the new folks that we had. And how do you get butts in the seats? Look at these drafts. Look at this, man. Look at this. That's the 2020 draft, right? Right? That's 2020. Right? Out of all of those players, only one player is still. Lamarel Murchison plays in the league, I think, for some team. But the only player that's playing anything is Christian Fulton. Other guys are not even in the league. Then the year after, look at that. Look at this. Right? The only guy that's still here with us is Dylan Radins. You know what I'm saying? That is piss poor. So when you don't draft well, this is what happens. I said that when the drafts happened at that time. I said, these draft picks suck, y'all. I kept saying, I'm not happy. I was like, D, C, D as far as grade. And I said, we don't feel it now because we've been winning. We went to the AFC Championship. We were winning games. We were the number one team in the AFC, right? And then once all that happened, that's where we are right now. So right now is about building. It's about Rand Carthon building the draft, getting players in here, and then making sure that we're coaching and developing these guys. You know what I mean? So we got the youngest offensive line group in the league. Can we rebuild these guys? Can we build them up to be top line guys? Like things like that. So And we need a star. We don't have a star player here. We don't. We have no one that's recognizable. The only player we've had recognizable here over the last probably 15 years is Derrick Henry. And that's it. People went to the game to see Derrick Henry, dog. There's nobody that's marketable right now for us. If you like mayonnaise, that's about the only thing that you can think of is Will Levis about mayonnaise, and that's terrible. We have no marketability right now.
So, Titan South, do y'all think if he shows absolutely no improvement, we end up with the top 5 pick, and do we draft a quarterback? How do you think we'll draft a quarterback with our top 5 pick if he shows no improvement?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think more than anything, who is it? You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at who's available. You know what I mean? And you got, I guess you have to evaluate, because if you're going to pick that high as for a quarterback, because I'm going to tell y'all, lately, a lot of these first round picks are not panning out. There's only like maybe 3 that have been really good over the last several years. If you look at CJ Stroud, looks like Jaden Daniels is going to be one. Name another, y'all in the chat, please. Name another first round pick that's doing great right now over the last 3 years. Name them. So you got to make sure that this is the guy, because you don't want to pay $55 million to a Trevor Lawrence, to a Tua Tagovailoa, right? You don't want to do that just because they're a first round pick. Where you're drafted is huge. So if you're drafting a quarterback in the first round that early, he's supposed to be the guy, right? It takes some time, but you can see it, right, over a period of time. So, it just depends on who's available. And whoever you invest in needs to be the dude. If you're in the top 5 and you don't feel it's a quarterback that's good, better draft somebody like Travis Hunter, bro. Or Luther Burden from Missouri. What about you, Jacques?
This is why I'm talking about investing. If you don't see your quarterback this year, wait. If you see a quarterback that you see in the next class and you feel like you quote unquote want to tank, wait. Do not jump the gun. I think we've done that so many times. We've jumped the gun because, hey, we need a quarterback. Now, wait, be patient. Do your homework. Evaluate. Shout out to Kansas City and Andy Reid, who did their homework on Patrick Mahomes. That's what I'm talking about. Take your time. Don't rush. But everybody want to rush because it's a business. Now, take your time. This is why good teams, we continue to be good teams. That's all I'm saying, bro. That is all I'm saying. So, no. If it's a top 5, if Travis Hunter's there, because I don't like the quarterbacks coming out this class. I like Cam Ward, I do, but I want to see a little bit more. Be patient. If you feel like next year's the guy, do your thing. That's why I say I feel like Callahan and Rand already have a plan in place, and I think they kind of already have a guy. They just ain't came out and said it. So that's why I'm like, just be patient, man. That's why I haven't. The one bright spot that I do have and hope is Rand Carthon and Callahan. I know people are hard on Callahan right now, but just give him some time. I feel like he'll be okay once the weeds clear out. Zach, what up, Zach C? He says, how many more mistakes do we let Will Levis make before we make a change? I think you keep him in there. You keep him. I'm going to say it like this. If you want to save a season, if you want to go to the playoffs, if you want to do all that, try to put Mason Rudolph in there. I don't know if he's won 9 games, but this is not the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the Tennessee Titans. So things can be different. I don't know. But I would say if you want to continue for Levis to quote unquote improve and at least try to get the feel of the games, keep him in there. If you're willing to sacrifice your season, keep him in there. If you're not, if you want to just try to get to the playoffs and win the FC South, then put him in there. What about you, Hawk?
Dude, I totally agree, dude. Might as well keep him in there, right? I understand, looking at how Callahan looks at Will Levis when he makes, it depends on the mistake. The pick 6 was a big mistake, but it wasn't like those fumbles he had. He can't keep doing those type of things. So I'd say you keep him in there. But here's a question I want to ask everybody as well. And I think this has been debatable as well. Have you all seen, outside of all, I can't erase the catastrophic mistakes. We got to add this in the equation. Have you all seen progress of Will Levis over the last 3 games? Do y'all see promise out of Will Levis in the last 3 games? He does lead the league in turnovers, and that's a freaking problem. That's why we're 0-3. The 2 turnovers he had against the Jets and the Bears is the main reason why we were 0-2. But I bet y'all did not know this, that in our division in the AFC South, that's not saying a lot because the division sucks. Will Levis leads us in completion percentage and touchdowns. Ain't that crazy? I wouldn't have thought that. So do you all see progress? And we'll pop those answers on there. Do y'all see progress on there?
Somebody said, hell no. The official TY says yes. Let's see if any more come. Do you see progress, Hawk?
I do see progress. I do. I see slight progress. I'm not saying big progress, but I do see some slight progress on some of the things. I knew I predicted this myself. I knew early he was going to struggle, and I knew it was going to take time over a period of time. And I know he's known for stupid mistakes or whatever that's there. He's got to work on that. But from game 1, game 2, and game 3, I see times where he has started to slide. He didn't do that previously. He didn't make any of those stupid fumbles that he did the first 2 games. So I see slight progress over the last 3 games. Each game, I see some slight progress. Your face don't show it, Jacques. Your face, bro. What's up, Jacques? You don't, do you?
So I'm gonna tell you, being at the game, seeing the all 22 is different. Seeing it on TV, you got that side view, so things look different. You're like, okay, hey, they do this. But seeing where I'm sitting at and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, one thing I'll give them a little progress, but again, certain reads, certain things I'm looking and I'm like, okay, why are we not going to our check down over here versus here? Why did you make that decision over here? And again, it all goes down to decision making. That's his biggest issue is decision making. It's almost like when things are going chaotic, he doesn't know. Some of those sacks, he admitted today that some of those were his fault, right? Now, we would blame Nicholas Petit-Perez. Your fault. It's you. If you went back and looked at his Kentucky tape, his pocket presence is not the best. When he's in the pocket, the sliding. No. You step up in the pocket and you make the read and the throw. Stop staring down that receiver. Stop doing this. No, he has progressed in a way of not turning the ball over, not making stupid mistakes like you said. Sliding, but then he slides, but then he did something stupid later in the game when I think it was in the fourth quarter when he rolled out and he had TP running almost in the flat on that little slant route. Only thing he had to do was chuck it to TP in a way where it was accurate, where TP can catch it and run upfield. But he decides to take off and run and get hit here, and then it looks stupid. Boom. Like, Will, protect yourself. What are we doing? Why are we putting our body in danger? Okay? You just slid on one play, and then all of a sudden you put your body in danger on the other play. What are we doing? And again, when it comes down to it, these are probably things that they're coaching. Hey, don't do this. Why are we doing this versus this? Let's not do this. If I'm in the quarterback room, shout out to, what's his name, man? He's on TikTok. Hawk, you sent me some of his videos. He's very funny. The guy that does the parody when he's funny. Dude, I want him to do a Will Levis one so bad, bro. But I can guarantee you, they're sitting in the thing like, now, why did you do this? That was stupid. Why are you going over here? What are we doing? So when you're looking at the all 22, you're almost like, okay, I see progression here, but then it comes back. Again, this is the biggest problem I've had with him is the inconsistency, right? We need to start getting consistent. Yeah, little things that you learn in Pee Wee football. Don't turn the ball over. Why are we falling? Why are you pitching the ball up? What are we doing? No, Will, do not do that. The interception, this is where film study comes into play. He misjudged Jair Alexander. Jair Alexander's a hell of a cornerback. I don't care what nobody says.
He really is.
You know, I'm biased because I played DB. You played DB. I'm a hell of a what you call, right? So that's my problem. When I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, hey, bro, do not throw over there. What are you doing? I would have said, hey, Will, throw over here. Take the check down. Don't do that. But he literally, Jair didn't even move. He's sitting there looking like, oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah,
I'm about to take one to the house. Woo! What are we doing, bro? And then you got your head, keep your head up, dog. Keep your head up. Now, I will say there was one comment that Will said that I loved. He said, they said, well, you expecting to go out there and win Monday? He said, no, we expect to go out there and execute. I said, okay, Will, you're getting it now. You're getting it. It is making sense. You got to rewire his brain, not to just win the game, but I need you to execute what I'm teaching you. That is the first thing I need you to do, bro. We can try to figure out how to win this game, but let's execute what I tell you to do. If you can execute what I tell you to do, bro, the wins are going to come.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I feel
we got a troll in the building, boy.
Now, hey, that's all right. Hey,
we got a troll in the building, bro. We got to get this. Get this.
Okay. So let me tell you about this. Okay. So break because it's about the Will Levis conversation. That's cool.
CEO.
Yeah. All right. So breaker. All right. So what I'm saying about it is,
I'll be right
and
back.
I've said this.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll
All
be
right.
right back. Go.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I've said this in our previous shows that Will Levis can't afford to make humongous mistakes that he did in the first 2 games. He can't do that. Now, if he doesn't do anything like that, you have no choice but to play him, literally, unless you give up on him. You know, if you bench him, what are you saying? Are you saying, well, we're done? Mason Rudolph's our quarterback moving forward, just like Bryce Young or whatever. So, I'm looking at it more of, if I thought he was all that, I wouldn't have been saying he should be benched, because I was shocked that he was even starting the last game based on the last game based on the mistakes that he made. But I am saying because of the last game, I'm not saying like, oh, Will Levis is out there. But I've never felt that. When I say progress, I'm talking small progress, small over a period of time, given what we have. We don't have a whole lot. And then Latoya, I agree with you as well. So I think this is it. Let me go to Toya's comment. She said this about Malik Willis. If Willis had done this, he'd be benched. Okay, let me tell you this. I actually agree with that, Toya. I think the only hard challenge about this, and tell me if you feel me on this is Brian Callahan, not Mike Vrabel. Would Callahan do the same thing? Because Vrabel would have benched him. Would he have done the same with him if he was like Mike Vrabel? Well, Callahan would have done this if Willis would have made these mistakes, and if Malik Willis was a starting quarterback, and if Mason Rudolph was the backup. Like, if you just switch the 2 quarterbacks, would it be the same situation? Probably so, but I don't know. It's hard. It's kind of hard to answer. But please don't think I'm like, oh, Will Levis is that dude. I see small progress in a tiny hole, if that makes sense, man. So let's see what else we got out here too, man. Hey, we appreciate the comments, man. Let's see here. Our team needs to develop. We just got to keep getting them reps in. So, Blackheart, I do agree too, man. I think that's been our biggest problem over the last years, is that we have not developed the players. So that's what I'm looking at for Bill Callahan. Develop these offensive linemen, man. Develop these guys. I'm looking for Brian Callahan, Nick Holtz. Develop Will Levis. Develop these guys. Our receivers are pretty old in the tooth, but the young guys that we have, we need to develop. And that's something that we've talked about. Jacques has really emphasized that over the last few years as an issue for the Titans. More than just say coaching, even drafting sometimes, is developing players. That's something we haven't done well at. Now, again, this year, it's still in the air. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see how much they get better over time. So shout out to the 53 people in the chat, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, if you can develop them, but that's why I got to give Callahan his credit, because Malik Willis got traded. Okay. The people were saying he was going to get cut and he wasn't going to play football no more. I know, Hawk, you said that. You said, man, if he's not trash, he still is going to be in the league. Is probably a longevity career if that's a backup or whatever his situation lands him. So that gives. I'm gonna say this. Give credit to Callahan, because that showed me he can develop players. You just have to listen. My biggest knock on Will is his decision making.
Yep.
Like, that's my problem with him. And other things, but that's my biggest knack with him. It's like his decision making. This is somebody said this is the Mariota conversation all over again, and you feel it. And it's a different coaching staff, and you think it'll be different, an offensive minded coach, but it's almost like, Callahan, are we coaching as if this is Joe Burrow? Or are we coaching as if this is Will Levis? Right?
Facts, no paper, bro.
Will Levis is not Joe Burrow. He'll never be Joe Burrow, and I'm gonna be straight with this 100 with you. Just not. Eventually, I mean, maybe whenever, if he can probably get there, but he is not Joe Burrow. So you might need to come up with you might need to go back and look at his 2021 film and see what was successful. Get him a speed receiver. He likes to throw. That is his first read, throwing deep.
Yeah.
That didn't say he got Calvin Ridley, but
but the one thing Joe Burrow has, he's had his whole career. He has T. Higgins. He got Jamar Chase out there. Even in LSU, he had 2 first-round picks. With Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. So I'm not comparing the two. I'm not doing that at all. But I've never really seen, except his rookie year, and he did great against us his rookie season when he didn't have nobody out there. But I've never seen Joe Burrow with average receivers yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Now I'm gonna say this: it goes back to the offensive line. Somebody said he's pressured. Now, let's say that's why I think Rand Carthon is building this thing like this. I said it last year, but if we went out and drafted a right tackle, I wouldn't be mad because I want a point to be proven here. I want a clean pocket. I want everything to go perfect, and I want to see if we can really play football. Now, if he still struggles, then he needs to the Malik Willis treatment where he should have been on the bench maybe another year or two to learn the game, and you should have kept Tannehill and let Tannehill kind of ride this thing out. He's that type of quarterback coming out of college. To me, in my honest opinion, he's one of those style of quarterbacks that he needs to be on the bench. He needs to learn. How do y'all feel about Levis's age? This was a concern to me. I told you, 25. This 25. Is a concern. This is a concern to me. This is a concern because you're a little old in the tooth now. You'll be 27 right when the stadium hits, and you still in a rookie contract. Again, he's not young, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I keep hearing people say he's young. No, he is not young. And quarterback standards, AR is young.
Yep. And that's been my concern with Will Levis too. That's to why I'm not allowing Will Levis's leash to be maybe longer as based on maybe other younger quarterbacks falls on because of his age. I think his age is a factor. Will Levis got age. AR is 23. Will Levis is 25, almost 26. So he needs to get it right for sure. So yeah. So we did throw a question out there as far as ranking the AFC South quarterbacks. I really want to see what people think about the AFC South quarterbacks.
Breaker says Stroud, Lawrence, Levis, and Richardson.
Breaker. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Put that out. Where do you rank the AFC South quarterbacks as of today? Jacques, where you at, bro? Tell me what you think of the quarterbacks.
You know how I feel about Lawrence. You know how I feel about him. I've been talking about him the whole time. He ain't it, bro. I'm just being straight 100 with you.
Yeah, he's $55 million. That's what changed my narrative of him on that contract.
I told you, bro. I remember you used to give me a little bit of flack. You're like, man, Lawrence is trash, bro.
He had a good season 2 years ago, but
that's 2 years ago though, bro. You 55 mil, bro.
He ain't worth the 55 million. I totally agree with that. From last year, I was like, that boy garbage. But where would you put him in the four? Where are you putting your quarterbacks? I want to hear this.
I'm looking. Do we? Okay. So who? Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say Stroud. I'm going to say Richardson because he has a win. We don't have any wins just yet. I'm going to put Levis third. I'm going to put Lawrence last because the reason why I'm doing Lawrence last because of the contract situation. And he's been in this division longer than the three. And he had how was the $255 million contract?
Yeah,
is that it?
Yep. Making 50 plus million a year, man. Yep.
He took him to a playoff game, but I think he threw like 2 or 3 interceptions. The money that they paid him, dog, and the way that they're digressing, nah, bro. That's mine. Yeah. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, that just shows you how bad the quarterback market is, y'all. Like the quarterbacks in the league suck, man. Like for real. Like there's maybe a few that's all right. Everybody else is mid to just terrible. So I'm gonna say Stroud number one is not even close. It's Stroud is one for me. I'm gonna say right now, and I say this reluctantly, I'm gonna say Lawrence 2 right now, only because he's been in the league longer. He has won some games. He won a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? He's had that right now. I'm going to say Will Levis 3. I'm going to say AR 4 as of today. That doesn't mean that's their projection down the road. But I'm saying as of today, September 25th, I'm saying Stroud, Lawrence, very close to Lawrence, and Will Levis. I think that's pretty bad, though. You got a $55 million quarterback that's playing like the $3 million quarterback that Will Levis is. Trevor Lawrence was the number 1 pick in the draft. Will Levis is a second-round pick. Will Levis is the lowest draft pick of all 40 quarterbacks. Is all 40 quarterbacks are first round picks. So I'm gonna say that in that 4. Yep.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Got some good what you call. Let me see. Lawrence was horrible versus the Bills, completely inaccurate. Yep. Yes, Lawrence is not a good quarterback, man. This is in my opinion. He's not. AR, I feel like AR was the draft hype, in my opinion. Shout out to Coach Austin. I know he's a Florida Gators fan, but in my opinion, I feel like he was just draft hype, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Stroud,
the best combine they said ever. And to your point, it doesn't just because you have a cold combine don't mean you're gonna be cold on that field, especially quarterback, man. Quarterback, all that stuff don't even matter. At the end of the day, can you throw the ball and get it to the receiver, man? At the end of the day, all that other stuff don't even matter, man.
That's Mike Vrabel's thought process. Can you get to the ball? Can you throw him the ball? And can you score a touchdown? That's as simple as that. Yep. He said, "How did Levis make the list?" Well, he's in the division, bro. You got to think about it. He's in the division. I get it. I get where you coming from, bro.
Yeah,
but he's in the division. That's just what it is. Like until he's out the division,
we can't have Will Levis doing this no more, dog. We can't have because I almost lost my man, dude.
Titan South, I'll say this. Yeah, he got more touchdowns, but the coach got more wins than us.
That's because they are though.
Hey, but it ain't because of him, but it's a team effort. At the end of the day, let me say this. I'd rather win as a team if we have a struggling quarterback than my quarterback put us in the situation that we've been. Again, they gotta win. They ahead of us. We in the basement with the Jaguars. Let me see. 49ers in Detroit. Coaching regime started off slow. But, with that, and shout out to you, Anthony.
What up, Anthony?
The two things with those organizations, they're building and they traded for a serviceable quarterback that's been to a Super Bowl. So it kind of helps when you are building and you built your offensive line. Shout out to, what's his name? Is it Punell? Punell?
For Panay
for Detroit. Yeah, Pasul. Yes, sorry about that. He got a bunch of brothers and cousins that play in the NFL too. It's crazy. But when you start to build from the inside out, it works. They've had number 1 picks, number 5 picks. They've been in the top 5 for a couple of years. So it's helped them on several occasions. Maybe that'll help us picking in the top 5 and start building talent. Maybe that'll help us get us out the dumpster and get us on track with everything. Same thing with San Francisco. But again, San Francisco has great leadership. Let me see. Luke says, what do y'all think about Bryce Young to the Titans rumors? Huh? I didn't hear about that. Is that true? You heard that, Hawk?
I've heard him as far as nothing directly with the Titans. Like the Titans are interested. They just speculating that could be a team that he could come to. As a backup quarterback. Nope.
No, because I just don't trust it, man. Right now, just stick with what you get. No, because the development piece of it. No.
I got you, man.
What about you, Hawk? Would you want that?
No, I'd have to see Mason Rudolph first before I make that. Because relatively speaking, I would say, well, if we did that, we'd have to cut Mason Rudolph or trade Mason Rudolph for Bryce Young. We can't have 3 quarterbacks on the roster because if you put Bryce Young as the 3rd quarterback, he's gonna get picked up by somebody. So, I think if the 3 quarterback rule was still there, Malik Willis would still be on this football team. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, but again, shout out to Malik Willis, by the way, too, man, and what he did with the Green Bay Packers. What he did was unbelievable. And again, Bryce Young, I'm with you on that, Jacques. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry about it, man. Hey, I've said this so many times for me personally. If I want to invest in a quarterback and I want to be our guy, I'm drafting him in the 1st round, dude.
There you go.
I don't believe in any other draft. I'm like, look, if you're going to be our guy, I'm drafting you in the 1st round. And if I can't get the quarterback that I want in the 1st round, then I need to look for free agents. You know what I mean? So, yep. So, and speaking of, Malik and doing the Green Bay game, if you look at here or whatever, as far as his stats, look at the 2 games he had, man. Like, one thing I was, we put that on Twitter as well because, you'll have people that'll say, oh, Malik he was all right, blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, man, listen, don't discredit what he did. He was out there balling, bro. Like, to have been cut or to be traded just 3 weeks ago, and then you're starting in a week after that, and you're starting 2 games, right? A whole new offense, whole new system and everything where people were very nervous about him starting here with us. He overexceeded my expectations, man. I was like, man, like, I'm going to say again, here's the thing, Jacques. I don't necessarily think, okay, if he was here, here's another question I have for y'all. If Malik Willis was here, could he have done the same thing here as he did with Green Bay? Because I really think Matt LaFleur put him on game. You dig what I'm saying? And he executed. And everybody might not have executed like Malik Willis, right? He's a perfect match for Green Bay.
So, can I answer that?
Yes, sir.
I think we would have won at least 1 or 2 games. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Saints game, that last game that he brought us back and he won that game for us, that showed me. And that's actually what got him traded to the Packers.
It did.
And the same thing. If y'all, I know a lot of people don't pay attention to the preseason. I tell you, certain things transition to the preseason. Go back and look at that game and look what he was able to do in the game. The practice that they had at Nissan Stadium. I think you said Brett said he was the best quarterback out of all of them. You can tell this offseason he put in the work, and you can tell the coaching staff put in the work with him as well. He wouldn't have done nothing stupid. He didn't have that many stupid turnovers and everything. So we at least would have said, hey, go out there and manage the game. So I think Brian Callahan built the block a little bit, and Matt LaFleur has perfected the house. If that makes sense, right?
That's right.
Just saying, I think, in my opinion, I think we will at least won 1 of the 2 games. Now they got a challenge. They got to play Minnesota. Now, if they beat Minnesota and he contributes to that, then we really need to have a serious conversation at that point. True. I'm like, you know what?
That's right.
I throw my hands up with it. I don't know what to do at this time.
So look at this, Jacques. Shout out to Blaze of Fire as far as that with different organizations and different. Look what Sam Darnold's doing in Minnesota, right?
Man.
Look at there's another
Justin Fields. Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
Exactly. So sometimes it's based on where you're at. That's in life, man. Sometimes you might be in a situation where it's just not good for you. Mm-hmm. Green Bay and Malik Willis is a great matchup. He went to the best team, and LaFleur knew that. He saw the Saints game, was like, oh, I can do something with this guy. Because the backup they had prior was not it. And he was like, I want to bring him in. He's got the talent. Let's bring him in. But if he was here with Tennessee, I'd probably say maybe 1 game because of the mistakes that Will Levis have made. But I don't know if he'd have done as well here as he's doing with Green Bay, just based on situations.
So you ready for this? You ready for this? So this has plagued us for a while, Hawk. Think about it. Mariota. He didn't pan out. Jake Locker. We're looking at Will Levis, Malik Willis. Those are different coaching staffs, dog. Some offensive-minded, some defensive-minded. What is going on? That at that point, again, I have to look internally. I'm like, hold up. If he can go, Geno Smith is another prime example. Situation. When I look at those particular quarterbacks and those coaches, they're smart coaches because they're coaches like, hey, you're not the typical prototypical quarterback that we can say that you can sit in the pocket and thread it, but we're going to play to your strengths. And that's all I've been saying for years. Play to Mariota's strengths. Play to Will Levis's strengths. Play to Jake Locker was trash, but I mean, at least try to play to his strengths. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like try. We do better. I'm going to tell you what the Titans do better with. We do better with veteran quarterbacks. We do better with already established quarterbacks that can come in here and that can be serviceable for probably about 1 or 2 years, maybe get you over the hump. We did it with Kerry Collins, who took us to the playoffs, right? Matt Hasselbeck came in here, did a little something. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yep. We do better with quarterbacks like that. We're not good at developing. We just don't have it, and I don't understand why we still don't, right? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
And there you go, B, right? We never played to Malik's strengths. I feel like Callahan was. I feel like Callahan was to a certain extent, but I feel like Callahan probably was like, hey, I got a different mindset. And now he's doing the same mistake with Will Levis now. And I'm like, do y'all have a Will Levis playbook? What's his playbook? Do you even know what his strengths are? Will Levis's strengths, you know what it is, Hawk? It's that play action. When he's
and
off
throwing
script.
Deep. Yep.
And throwing deep.
Script. And playing wild, actually.
If that's his thing. Let him do him. You remember I told you that last year. I totally
agree with that.
If you take the playbook and throw it away and let him just play backyard football, he'll win you some games. Stop putting too much emphasis and making him think. If you make him think, he gonna mess up. Just let him do it. If I was his dad, I'd be like, look, this is how he operates. He been like this since he was a little kid. Just let him do what he do. Just let him run amok. Just let him tear his body up. Let him do all this stuff. And let him act a fool. And you might win.
Thanks, dude.
Oh man, hold on. Let's see. Callahan never played him with the. That's true too. You never got a chance with the Warrens. You said it's time. I'm not blaming the coaching staff for letting.
You know, be right. That's a hell of a comment, dude.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, they never did.
Yep.
They never did. You know, if he would have played with the ones and he probably would have did something, he probably had a different conversation too. But I think they already knew what they were. I think they had their mind made up going into the season, but I think they anticipated the 3 quarterback thing, Hawk, and that threw a monkey wrench when they took that away. Let's see. He said, Break said, I'm not blaming the coaching staff for Levis as being a moron.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's on Will Levis. Said that he does idiotic stuff. He does.
Yeah.
It's been rare that I've watched a game and one player has made me really like literally throw
Just do
something
this.
at the television, man, and be like, I'm about to
Like,
cut the game off. I don't even want to watch the game. Like Will Levis is that guy. He literally has had me be like that. For real. He has.
Yeah. I
He
feel
has.
you. Steve
Yep.
McNair was our last successful quarterback, and I agree. He took us to a Super Bowl. He took us to the promised land. Steve McNair took us to the promised land.
Yep.
And we haven't been back since.
Yep. Yep.
That's
And you
funny.
know what? And you know what the Titans did with Steve McNair, man? They invested in Steve McNair. He was a first round pick,
Yes, they
very
did.
early in the draft, right?
They did.
So
it was the
they
Oilers.
invested in
It was the Oilers.
the
But
Oilers,
yes,
right?
you're
Same
100%
same
right.
organization.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Same owner and everything, right?
Mhm.
So, and then Stevie bought out, man. Steve McNair was in Titan land. Steve McNair is arguably the greatest Titan. I mean, he was the MVP of the league. I mean, that says a lot right there. He's my favorite player. I mean, I got on the Steve McNair. I got the Steve McNair jersey on, the new one.
Facts, no paper.
McNair. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude.
Facts, no paper. How you're 100% correct, man. I seriously, like he was one of the reasons why I wanted to play quarterback when I was young. Was Steve McNair? You know what I mean? His playing style, how he did stuff. But again, like you said, they invested in him. Let me see. He said what he say. 199. I'm not giving up yet, Titans fans. No, you know what? I'll say that. Don't give up. Don't give up. You still got hope. I'm telling y'all. Let's give him the boom, bro. Now I got something to say after that.
All right. Tighten F up. Do.
Oh.
Tighten the F up with the super chat. Bro, we appreciate it, bro.
So real quick, do not give up because you still got good leadership in Rand Carthon. Just know they're probably working on this in the background as we speak. Rand tends to know what he's doing. So that's why I'm not too upset with this whole situation. We'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. And Rand, I still trust. I know Jared feels otherwise, but in Rand, I trust. Like Jared, that's your boy Hawk.
I have a question, by the way, Jacques.
Yeah, go ahead.
So those in the comment section, I want to know this as well. We talk about Will Levis and the mistakes he's made. He's made plenty. He has. I'm sitting there like, bro. So, but we can't solely put it on Will Levis as to why we're 0-3. There's a whole lot of reasons why we're 0-3. In the chat, I want y'all to let us know why or who. Maybe name a player that you feel has not done what they're supposed to this year, or other reasons why we're 0-3. Because there's many other. We could talk 4 hours about it because I really think it's pretty much every damn facet of there's facets in every category why we're 0-3. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know what else it is that y'all think as well why we're 0-3.
So on defense, I'll go to defense. Jeffrey Simmons is not stepping up like he should. I feel like Jeffrey can put a lot more effort. You're a leader on the defense. You need to get more pressures. We haven't created turnovers on defense, so that creates it. But I can't beat the defense up, bro. The defense has done their freaking job besides Green Bay. On offense, I'm going to go to the receivers. Some of those all 22, it's not on Will. The receivers are not getting open. They're getting locked up in specific things. I don't know if y'all see that on TV, but in some instances, when they're going up against a solid secondary, they're getting locked up. So you're not helping your quarterback out. Only person that can kind of help him out is D-Hop. But, hey, I need help. What happened to the tight ends that we had in preseason that was balling?
Yep. Facts. Where are they?
What,
I don't know.
Where they at? I mean, we got a quarterback that needs help. What's up? Offensive line, I ain't even going to talk about that because it's the same song and dance. So with Will Levis and offensive line have been getting a lot of the smoke. So you want other things? Arden Key. He's another one. He got to go next year. I'm sorry. Let's get Tighten the F up from $1.99. He said, our pass rush is trash. You are 100% correct. Go
Facts. Tighten the F up. Do.
Boom.
Tighten the F up in the building. Hey, we appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's so. I'm going to tell y'all, man, to me, man, is the offensive play calling, bro. And I'm not even talking about plays. I'm talking about putting players in the best position possible to succeed, right?
That's no paper.
When you look at the offensive line, you see Nicholas Petit-Ferrer struggling out there, right tackle. Man, put a tight end over there with this guy, man, right? You see we're struggling with speed on the outside of receiver. These guys aren't getting separation. Man, get some more crossing routes. Get some shallower routes, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Make players move around a little bit more, right? You see we're getting away from running the football in the second half. Like, man, we only had like 5 carries in the second half last game. Why are we doing that? Why are we really putting the ball in Will Levis's hands when he is shaky at the moment? Run the ball. Do those things. Get players on defense in position and make turnovers. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's so many different facets. And then again, the punt blocks. We've had 2 games in a row, not this last game, 2 games in a row of punt blocks. Man, there are teams that'll go a whole year without 1 punt block. If one, we had 2 back-to-back. That's historically bad. So it's so many other facets why we're 0-3, literally. So, you know, I want to look at everything too. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with that, Hawk, but that one game, Will lost it. He lost it for us. That was the Chicago game. So that solely falls on him. The defense did their job. The offensive line blocked. They did their thing.
Yep.
The second game, when we played the Jets, we were rolling a little bit. We showed a little bit of improvement. But again, what do we got to go back to? So I don't know. Titan F ups 199. He says, for the AFC South, is it still anyone's game? Is anyone's game? Yes, it is. Go ahead, Hawk.
Tighten the F up. Do. Tighten the F up in the building once again. He is right, though, Jacques.
That's why I'm emphasizing the AFC games. I'm okay with losing to Green Bay. I'm okay with that. I can take that. But these AFC games, you cannot lose. The Jets are coming on. The Colts, at this point, Hawk, I know we got us sweeping the Colts. But I don't even know if we can do that. I don't even know if we can do that. That scares me, okay? The Texans, I think CJ Stroud, no, he didn't get hurt. We still got to deal with them. And the Jaguars.
And they're 1-0 in the division. The Colts are 0-1 in the division already.
Yeah, so, I mean, we got to play them in 3 or 4 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever we got to play them. We got to play them, but it's not no guarantee, Hawk. So it's still our game. It's still our game. We still can go in there and win the South, but I would emphasize the AFC South. If you can win the AFC South, cool. I don't even want to go to the playoffs because I don't want to get embarrassed, but yeah, we can still win the South. It's wide open.
This is where we at right now, y'all. We're 32 in the league, man, right now, at least from a ranking standpoint. We are not a good football team right now, man.
So you said, where's our big name cornerbacks? L'Jarius Sneed?
I thought they've played well.
I think they've played well as also.
I think Awuzie too. I think so.
He's hurt. He's hurt. So he's
hurt. Yeah, he's hurt.
Brownlee will get the start. But I feel like the secondary has done a pretty decent job, in my opinion. Malik didn't really carve us up. The play calling was just smart, right? Aaron Rodgers didn't carve us up. Caleb Williams didn't do nothing against us. So our secondary is only thing we need is turnovers. Yep. Exactly. That's
third
solid,
in the league.
In my opinion.
Third in the league in pass defense. Third in the league. So DBs is not DB. Now I like to get some interceptions, but they locking down receivers out there.
Yes, that's why I said the defense, man. I'm riding with your brothers, man. I'm riding with y'all for real. Like for real, it's the offense that needs to. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. If we can't score over 20 points, it's a wrap. Say if we do make it to the playoffs, we got to play the Chiefs, the Bills. We got to play the Bills in the 2 or 3 weeks. You see what the Bills did to the Jags?
Yep.
Did you see what they did to them?
Yep.
We're going to get embarrassed again.
Yep.
So if we beat everybody in the AFC South, do we win the AFC South? Technically, yes, you do.
Yeah, if you win every game in the division, because that means we beat everybody. Yeah, for sure. So
we got the Lions too. I forgot about them. We do. We got the Lions. Shoot.
But outside of those games, though, you got the Commanders now too. They step in. The Commanders they
are.
But our schedule's not really that killer though, bro. It's okay, but we're not a good football team.
That's why I made my mistake. I said the same thing. That's why I had us going 10-7. Because I'm looking at our schedule. I'm like, we can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them. Now, 4 weeks into the season, I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, this Miami game is important. I'm going to tell you why this Miami game is important. Because if we can't dominate in this Miami game, when I say dominate, defense gets back on track. The offense can get in a rhythm. But if we lose this game, y'all, just get ready, man. It's gonna be a long season. We have to win this game.
We have to win this game.
There's no choice. Like we have to win.
We have to for sure. So, well, we'll go another one or two more questions, y'all. We appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. We see y'all, man. Hey, y'all are rocking with us tonight, man.
Hey, don't sleep on the Texans, man. They still not frauds. Yeah, Sam Darnold call them slipping, but do not sleep on them.
Yeah,
do not sleep on them. Do not.
Let Will Levis sleep on them DBs out there with Houston. Get some interceptions thrown for him.
Exactly. Do not sleep on them. I like talking trash, but I don't think right now as Titans they can't afford to talk trash right now.
That's
Go out there and play football. I don't want to hear. Go ahead.
Let me say something you just said. I think is so real, dude. Do y'all remember this season? We've been doing this now for 5 years on this podcast, right? Or is it year 6? I know. Is it year 6? Something. Okay. The years we were good, the years that we were the number one team in the AFC South, the year that we made it to the AFC Championship, we were still doing a podcast. We used to talk so much dog about them other teams. We would wear like if we was playing the New Orleans Saints, I have on like we'd have on like a chain or New York or whatever. Like when we played Carolina with Cam Newton, we would dress like Cam. We used to talk so much dog. Last 3 years, man, I ain't said nothing. We've been quiet as a mouse over here, dude.
Yep.
We've been like, well, yeah.
Yep.
Even if we win, we barely win. We just be like, man, we can't even say nothing really, man. You know what I mean? I miss those days, man, because I like talking trash, but I just ain't been able to.
Can't shoot.
Nope.
Yes, he should. Get Art and Key out of there, bro. Get Art and Key. I want to see what the young bull can do. Harold Landry, he's there, but he's inconsistent too. You might need to start looking at some of these younger players, like even with the receivers. Nick Akina Westbrook, I feel like can take Traylon Burks' spot. I would say try
I think Harold Landry's playing well, dude.
He's playing good, but
I hear about Arden Key. I guess sometimes when we look at Jacques, in my opinion, and I do this too, I think sometimes we look at numbers at the end of the day. Like the DNs is supposed to have 4 sacks by now, 3 sacks by now. But if they have maybe 1 or none, it's he's trash or whatever, whatever. So I'm not sitting there saying Arden Key is balling because he has been quiet. He really has. But I did see him improve a little bit this last 2 games. The first 2 games, I was like, where is dude, right? He had a little bit more activities. I don't know how many tackles he had and nothing like that. He seemed to be more active. And I'm not sitting there saying, oh, he's straight. Like, I can see but Jalen Harrell has been playing out there. And Jalen Harrell's been getting dominated in the run game. They've been running on his side. He be getting, you know what I'm saying? So he's a rookie. He's a 7th-round pick. But as a 7th-round pick rookie, he's still getting some playing time. So we'll see. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. Because you got him. Even on the offensive side of the ball, I like to see Nick Akina Westbrook get some love because he's reliable. Yeah, it's a crowded receiver room. I get it, but I'm like Traylon, brother. You being lazy. He's lazy, bro. Like he runs his routes lazy. I'm looking at him in the all-22. I'm like, he's just lazy, man. He don't want to be out there.
First round pick too, man.
He don't want to be out there. Like, he should have traded him when you still have value.
He gets more playing time than D Hop, man. He has more snaps than D Hop.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of, and it may be because D Hop is still hurt, but I think once D Hop kind of starts to elevate a little bit, I think he'll be okay.
We'll go one more question.
They already doing mock drafts, man. I wouldn't mind a Travis Hunter or somebody.
Tank for Nico. Tank for Archie or somebody, man. I don't know, man.
Somebody said
that's next year, 2026, though.
I think Sean Britton said he read an article that the Titans are interested in Shador. I didn't read that
from. I have never.
I don't know. I know Sean. It was comment earlier. Shador is not bad. It's whatever the Titans, when the rumors start going around about the Titans, it's true. I've noticed that the JC Latham rumor was true. Like, so we'll see. But Nico 2026.
So
Nico.
My theory on Nico, and I've said this a few shows ago. There's a major positive if Nico was to be drafted by the Titans. I don't know how he'll be. He's a freshman. Right? So as he gets older, you anticipate him getting better, bigger, everything. But think about a brand new stadium. You got a UT Vol legend in there. Mm-hmm. That's going to really bring up the fans for real, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be, from a business standpoint, would be huge. So we got a super chat. Okay.
He said, Titan. The info says Traylon Burks needs to retire, bro. Don't like football. You can tell he lazy, bro. He lazy,
Yeah.
man. Too much
Yeah.
hog, man. He eat too much hog.
Yeah, man. Tighten the F up. Do. Ooh. Tighten the F up in the building one more again. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yeah, I like again that when Dobbs played that time, it was a bunch of UT fans in there, man. They had their Dobbs jerseys on, everything. It was I think the game was almost sold out with UT fans. I mean, I'm in business all day. I get it.
Yep. Whatever can get people in the seats, man. And if the formula is good to win, that even makes it sweeter.
Hawk, you think we're gonna draft Cam Ward if Will Levis shows us that he's not the guy? Do you think you're getting Cam Ward, bro?
I'm gonna tell you this: if we finish it the way it looks like, it's what it's gonna be. If we finish bottom 3 in the league and we get a top 3 pick, if Will Levis over these next, the games throughout the regular season, if he is not progressing, right? I think he is progressing, but it is slow. It's slower than what I anticipate, actually. If he's treading in that way and Cam Ward shows out now, what we see of Cam Ward now, is Cam Ward like Jaden Daniels? Is he like CJ Stroud and those guys? We don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were Jaden Daniels was the Heisman Trophy winner, right? Like CJ Stroud led his team. He only had like 1 loss or something, like 2 years, something crazy, right? So let's see how Cam Ward finishes the season, right? But if you feel he can be that talented, you draft Cam Ward, bro. You draft him. But it's on Will Levis. I think Will Levis has control of his narrative, at least for next year. Mm-hmm. Because here's the positive of Will Levis. He don't cost much.
Nope.
And if you have a quarterback that you can have and could be serviceable and good and you can win football games and he's not costing you $55 million a year, you got to look at that. Look at Jalen Hurts, right? Now, Jalen Hurts just signed his contract just now, but, over the several years, he was a second-round pick. You know what I'm saying? Though Russell Wilson was the same. He was a third-round pick for the Seahawks. The year they won the Super Bowl, he was still on his rookie contract. So you gotta look at that too. You know what I'm saying? Contractually. Cam Ward, as a first-round pick, would make more money than Will Levis up front. And then they're able to pay him regardless in 3 years. So
all I say is just do your homework. Extensive homework. Just do your homework. Do not rush nothing. Callahan, Rand, y'all come together as a collaboration unit and just figure this thing. If you got to get expertise from the outside, do your homework. Just make sure you do it. Because Brock Purdy, they did their homework on him. Evidently, it's working. It's worked.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
that's right, brother.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep,
that's right. So, all right. Well, listen, folks. Hey, we want to say thank you all for rocking with us tonight, man. What a show. A lot of great questions and things about not just the game, but the state of the Titans right now, because we're 0-3, folks, and it ain't pretty. We're all pissed off. We hate what's going on, man. But hey, we still got a long season. Hey, man, let's try to get some wins, man, for real. So if you have not followed us here, please do that today here on Titans Weekly. If you're watching us on any other platform or listening on audio from Apple or Spotify, man, follow us as well. Follow us on Bleacher Report. We got another super chat by Titan the F Up. Hey, Titan the F Up, bro. We appreciate it, bro. Hey, we appreciate that, bro. For real. Thank you. So check us out, man. We're out there. We appreciate y'all watching the show, man. We're on those internet streets, y'all.
Yes, sir. Mr. Jones, you funny, bro. Yeah, again, thank y'all for participating, man, giving y'all opinions, man. Just this is what makes the show click. And again, we 0-3, but hey, let's try to go in there with a positive flashlight and try to find something on Monday. Shout out to you 242_Titan. He said he'll be representing Titan Nation on Monday night. So be safe, man. Enjoy yourself. And hey, Hawk, take us out, man, and we'll get to the next show, dog.
Cool. So I'm guessing he's going to the game, the Miami game.
Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you about, for anyone's going to the Dolphins game, the Dolphins crowd is real mellow. We beat them there, and Miami had like a 4-game win streak. They were trying to get deep in the playoffs, and we beat them. They were shocked. They was like, damn, it was real mellow there. The stadium is really nice. Of course, Miami's beautiful. You know what I mean? We got another super chat. I'm thinking Ethan Hampton out of NIU. Okay. Sean Britt. Hey, dude, we appreciate the super chat, Sean. We appreciate that, dude. For real. So listen, as we always say, and as we always do, Jacques, Facts.
No paper.
Tennessee Titans Weekly, we carry the rock, but being the best podcast with Huff and Chop. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Chop, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up. We are the best in the game and it shows. Let's go Tennessee Titans, let's win some more. Nashville is our home, but Tennessee is our state. Let's beat every team down, said hut. Break Tennessee Titans Weekly, we carry the rock. Of being the best podcast for Hawk and Chop. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Chop, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. Giving news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up. Tighten up.